go right to it since I only have 15 minutes, and it's a long, long story of how this all came to be. Capacity building for nation building. Ysleta del Pueblo has a commitment of creating its citizens capable and committed to contributing to the Pueblo, giving back to the Pueblo, whether it be working with the subsidiaries of the Pueblo or working through the inside entities, admin, and so on and so forth. The commitment started over 300 years ago. That was our capturing by the Spanish in New Mexico, and they forced us to the lands that are now Ysleta del Pueblo, El Paso, Texas. The commitment started by the fostering and the flourishing of our people and our culture. We have not lost our culture. We've thrived, and we have thrived through programs that we've fought for to get federally recognized: social services, housing, education, so on and so forth. That's the last to include our Tigua Inc. Establishment in 2008. In 2007, the Pueblo established the empowerment program. It's a very, 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 very important program to our tribe of people. We utilize it to the best of our efforts, and I hope today I might get some more ideas on how to utilize that. The main hub of the empowerment program, is coming from the Investment Act, the Labor Workforce Investment Act of Act Section 166, Indian and Native American programs. And we address the education and employment development needs of the Ysleta del Pueblo people, the community as a whole. This program brings together the education and the workforce investment. We merged them. The primary scope of the empowerment program is to build a tribal member capacity to reach educational goals and succeed in up-and-coming workforce. Now, the overarching intent with this program is to get the individuals and have them take control and have them improve their professional lives and seek out education. And the outcome will be in a positive ripple effect, and it has been a positive ripple effect. My mother, for instance, was working for the admin in 1988 for Ysleta del Pueblo, and that effect has brought us to give back, and it also brought us to get in higher education and work up the ladder, as discussed before, of business. She's now the vice president of a bank, and I'm striving and seeing how to work out with Tigua Inc., giving back to my people and community, working the ranks from an intern to a director. And going on that, in 2008, Tigua Inc. was formed. Now, we formed because we used to have a casino. A lot of tribes have casinos in the state of Texas. It's now illegal. So in 2002, they shut it down. In 2008, Tigua Inc. was formed to capsulate business outside the realm of entertainment and hobby, so to speak. So Tigua Inc. was formed and has 5 subsidiaries, and with that came a lot of growth for personnel, for our tribe, for myself, and for people that are non-tribal as well in the community. Our commitment is shown through the success hiring of tribal members. We have a 44% hire rate. I started out with 26 employees at Tigua Inc., and we're at 233 nationwide with a 44% rate of tribal member hire. Now, our tribe, that mentality, our tribe gives every person, it's a very holistic approach. Every person has all the opportunity to go through the education program, scholarships, Workforce Investment Act program that we have. And that's where I came from in 2011. I started off as an intern utilizing that program. I utilized the scholarship program, and I utilized the education program, the system, to go and get my degree in business. Now, we branched into all economic development and higher education opportunities, not to mention the actions that we've shown in politics are being separate from business. The political arm of the Pueblo keeps and encapsulates and helps flourish the culture and the tradition, and the political aspect watches over their own entities, and we have our buffer with board of directors that does not lead politics into business. So that commitment right there shows us that we are going to strive, and Tigua Inc. will have more subsidiaries to come and more work. Right now we're building 3 more subsidiaries, and we are building it using our own people, and we're hiring our own people. So that being said, having high hire rates for tribal members, my personal journey of hiring is through our now Lieutenant Governor. He was the director of the empowerment program that houses our hub of economic development as well as education, and he is now the Lieutenant Governor of the tribe. There's ladders within the tribe, whether the political or the business. I graduated in 2010 from the University of Texas at El Paso in December, and I got my interview for an internship February 2011 through the WIA program, Workforce Investment Act program. I started February 7th that year as an intern generalist and worked my way up and totally revitalized the business to, one, have tribal members work for us and have tribal workforce that is a committed and capable workforce to help us strive, and we've done that. We started off with 26, as I said before. Now we have 233, and we're nationwide. We do everything from government contracting to fuel and oil. So we're diverse, but we are a compact group. Now, going to my personal journey, you know, it's been a rough ride. It's been really nice though. It's been a forever changing industry that we're in, fuel, oil, to name one. And that being said, in our fuel and oil, we've changed management several times. It's a hit or miss most of the time. But the whole time, not through my personal journey, but the journey of our one lady in particular, she's an elder. She had been in that program, or the WIA program, 9 years ago. She started off as an accountant at transportation, the fuel and oil industry. She is now the general manager, or the equal to a president of that company. She started off at the very beginning as an accountant, worked her way up. She knows the business inside and out. And for me, in my personal token, I think that's one of the best things I've ever seen in business. She was right there in front of us. And that's what our tribe does. We take a holistic approach to each individual, and we see what their commitment is and what their capabilities are. Measure those capabilities and utilize them. Utilize them as much as you can, and that's the only thing I could offer to you. In my personal journey, it's still going. What I'm going to be doing this time next year, I'm not so sure, but it seems it's going to be fun, I'm sure. If I stay at the director level of HR, that'd be great. But if I move on to doing anything else for the tribe, anything else for our subsidiaries, I'll do so. And I'll continue using the Workforce Investment Act and the Higher Education Department and tie it all together, because I have made the commitment in my personal time here. I made the commitment to be the chair of education for the tribe. So you got to have trackers out there. You got to have people that look pen to paper. Who's out there? Who's studying what? What are their GPA levels? What are they going to do right afterwards? Have those interviews. Have that FaceTime. So as chair of education for the tribe, I go ahead and utilize that to my strengths. I got 2 accountants that are tribal members hired right out of school. I've got a general manager, of course, that I saw the whole time for 9 years. I could see her the last 4 years that I've been working there. She's now the general manager of transportation. She has relatives that are going through school, and we're helping them through the business channels of saying, all right, this is what you want to do. You want to do accounting, you want to do finance, you want to do HR. Come on in, and you can have my seat when you're ready. And that's mainly what we do for all of our tribal members. We give them all the opportunities to succeed. And I do see that with our higher rates and our graduation rates doubling over the 4 years I've been there. And as chair of education, I see that at face value all the time. And that being said, we do a great thing at our tribe. Ysleta del Pueblo is a small pueblo. We've flourished, we've kept our culture, and we keep on giving back. And that's the main thing. Communication and giving back is the main thing you got to do here. So the role that Ysleta del Pueblo, our enterprises and entities in advancing the workforce development efforts, the advancements day to day. It's a progress, a day-to-day progress with all of our entities. We have internships, scholarships, transfers, constant training, and we give all of our tribal members and even non-tribal members the essence to succeed at hiring or getting hired for higher level jobs. I have a person that's working at the smoke shop. That's one of our subsidiaries. He is a marketing major. Not only is he a marketing major, he did business for 2 years at the University of Texas at Austin Business School, and he got really into safety. I need a safety manager. That's what's going to happen. You find a lateral move or a move going up, utilizing your best, utilizing the best that you got that's out there. And I would just want to hit that note again. You know, that's what our tribe does. We take a very holistic approach. We get on individual one-on-one, and we see what we can get out of them. The role of our entities, given Ysleta del Pueblo's entities, or Tigua Inc. and its subsidiaries, are caretakers and cultivation of growth. Our entity is focused with the responsibility to accomplish bigger goals than the projected amounts. Meeting a standard is not accepted. Constant growth is expected. That being said, in the past 4 years, I've noticed that our hiring of tribal members with higher education, they try to go out, and they try to get out of El Paso, and they try to find that job. So in order to attain them, we're coming up with a new program right now. As the chair of education, writing a grant that's going to pretty much tie in the higher education scholarship realm with internship, free schooling, and contract obligations. Each one of my tribal members that's going to sign a contract with us is going to be more like a grant, saying you're going to go through school, you use the higher education program, and Tigua Inc. will supply the rest of the funding needed to have your education paid for in full. Now, if your education takes 4 to 5 years, the contract will be 4 to 5 years you give back to Tigua Inc. after your hire. We have 5 subsidiaries going on to 8, and I think we could utilize any and all people for any and all things. We even have a medical facet. So anything from architects, medicine, medical, optometrists, nursing, to engineering, and so on and so forth. So right now we're looking at, we're still growing. We're looking at every avenue of utilizing the Workforce Development Center, our hub, for internships and so on and so forth. And it's going to work one way or another. We'll get that passed. That proposal should be in by the end of the month, and hopefully I'll see you next year, and I can tell you how it's working. It's going to be a very, 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 very competitive scholarship, and all of our personnel are going to fight for that scholarship with the GPAs, and that's the number one thing. If you have a commitment to having a higher education and a good grade, then you're going to have a commitment when you go out into the workforce and you come work for Tigua Inc. Not only will we make a commitment to fully fund your education, we will hire you as an intern, getting competitive salary while you're going to school. So you're prepped and ready to go when you get out. You know what Tigua Inc. and its subsidiaries are all about. And hopefully at that time, it's not whether or not you work for Tigua Inc., it's which subsidiary you work for at Tigua Inc. And that approach, I believe, is going to be the most effective hiring rate that I'm going to see in my tenure here. It's only been 4 years, short years. It's been going really fast, but in that note, I don't want to take up too much time, but I wanted to let you all know questions and answers. I'll be more than happy to answer a lot more than I got into. Right now it's just an overarching, broad approach to a saying hello, and this is what we do at Tigua Inc. at Ysleta, Pueblo. Whatever minutes I have left, I hope that you can kind of just think about what you need to ask me if you want to ask me any questions at the Q&A, and I'll stop right there. If there's anything else you all need, you can reach me afterwards as well. Thank you.